Terry Mickens, man, welcome to This Is Our Radio.
Thank you.
You're the man of the hour.
Thank
you. Feel me? You got Facebook going crazy in a matter of 24 hours. So, hey, man, so let's get us a rundown of where you from, man. You know, where you grew up at. How everything go about?
Well, shit, I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. So I currently reside on 25th Street. You know what I'm saying? 25. I just moved back down from Columbia, Missouri. I've been out there for about 4 years, living my best life and shit, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's basically who I am.
I can dig it. So, we about to go and jump right into it since everybody want to know. So you got to let us know, bro. We're shaking with this Facebook post, man. It went crazy.
Well, shit, I mean, like I said, some shit happened the night before and shit, I felt some type of way. I'm like, fuck it, like, tired of shorty, motherfucking feeling like she always right. She playing the good guy and shit like that. So I'm like, gee, fuck it. After the shit that happened, I'm like, I'm not expecting this shit to get back on track. Fuck it, it's done. So shit, let's tell it all. So shit, but basically how the shit started, I moved back down here in November of last year from Columbia. Then I started working at Menasha and shit like that. And shit, she was a line leader there. And shit, the first night I was there, shit, pulled up on her, was talking and shit, got her number, and then we linked and shit. First night I was over there, she up 5 o'clock in the morning cooking a nigga steak and potatoes and shit like that. So shit, I'm like, shorty kinda legit, like I fuck with her. But shit, the next day, like I said, everybody who I met when I first got down here, I told them like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I was supposed to be leaving in January or the beginning of February, go back to Columbia. I just came down here for a little time with my family and shit, a lot of shit going on. So shit, like I said, I told her that. I told her like I've been single for 3 years. I'm not opposed to a relationship, but if it happens, then shit, it is what it is. You feel me? So shit, yeah, that shit happened. We just start hanging out all the time. Shit, so I was still on some other shit when I first got down here, because like I told her, like shit, I wasn't ready. Let's get to know each other first. You know what I'm saying? After my last relationship ended in 2015, it fucked me up and shit like that. So shit, I'm like, hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I met her kids and shit like that. We was hanging around all the time. I was always over there, you know what I'm saying? Every night after work, if I'm hungry, she up 4, 5 in the morning cooking a nigga full course meal, breakfast, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She held a nigga down. It was always good. It was just always, like, she was something about her, like, we could never, like, get that communication tip, that connection on that. Cause like she more of a runaway type person. I'm more of a like, let's talk about this shit and, you know what I'm saying, hash that shit out right there and shit, you know. So that's what kept the little arguments and shit like that, you feel me? So time passed by and shit. Like I said, she never really trusted me in the beginning, you feel me? Like she used to ask to use my phone and turn her phone on and shit like that. I'm like, I know you can use your phone, you know. And shit, one time she seen a little shorty, you know, yay, babe, Snapchat me. She just seen the name, whatever, when she was using the phone, whatever. You know, so she always had suspicions and shit like that. But like I said, we still were in an official relationship, but we still kind of had an understanding where, like, we shouldn't fuck with other people and shit like that. But shit, most times I've done that, you know, shit that went left, you feel me? So shit, I was just still in that state of mind, like, shit, I'm still doing me, you feel me? But I wasn't, like, trying to be so reckless to intentionally hurt her. It was just I still wasn't ready yet, you feel me? So, shit, like, things changed. And there's still some shit I've done, you know what I'm saying, that I probably would never really speak on and shit like that. You know, it is what it is. It's in the past and shit like that. So, in case anybody want to pop out, hey, yeah, this happened, it probably did, you feel me? But, shit, it is what it is. You know, this shit over and done with. But, shit, things changed when, in February, I went to Columbia and shit like that. I went to visit and shit. She was already telling me like she didn't want me to go back to Columbia and shit. But I was still like, I don't know if I'm moving back or because I never wanted to be back down here because ain't shit down here and shit. And I was living a great life in Columbia and shit, you know what I'm saying? Living it up, drinking, partying all the time, good job, started doing party promoting out there and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Mizzou got hella love for me. I got hella love for Mizzou and shit like that. But yeah, so before I even say that, I remember one time we was at work and shit. And we was talking about school and shit. And I slipped up and I was like, I might go back to school in Columbia. I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really realize what I was saying. And she heard me and shit. She just walked off the line and started crying and shit. Went to the bathroom, started crying and shit. I'm like, damn, like, shorty really hurt type shit because she ain't want me to go and shit. So shit, when I went to Columbia in February and shit, the first night I was there, she went to a little all-black party or whatever. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? I had fun seeing everybody. Then the second night, it was just, she was like, I don't know if it was on some lame shit, it was just a different little vibe. It wasn't the same from when I was, before I left and shit like that. So I was like, man, fuck it, I'm finna hop on the highway and go. So shit, I called Shorty up. I'm like, shit, I'm finna drive back. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'll be there in a minute. So she hit the highway about 2 o'clock in the morning. Came back to her spot. Spent the rest of the weekend with her. Didn't even tell nobody I was in town yet. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was supposed to come back to Monday, and I came back that Saturday night type shit. So shit, but like I was there, like I just kept thinking about it and shit. So that's probably when I realized that I loved her and shit like that. And shit, after that, like I said, we started getting closer. I started being over there on weekends now. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always over there a lot, but like I never lived there. I made sure she didn't think I was trying to live there, whatever. Like I said, I would always make sure I go back to my mama's crib, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower with her, kept my one little bag over there and shit like that. We'll be away from each other for a couple hours and shit. And then shit, we'll both go to work. She line leader, so she had to be at work about 4:15. I drive forklift, so I had to be there at 5 o'clock and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, like we was doing that for a while and shit. And like I went that reckless, like I was still like, you know, a little iffy about some shit, cause like I said, we can never get the communication tip. And when it's a problem, she feel like she got to run around and shit like that. And that's like one of my biggest pet peeves, also one of my biggest fears and shit. Like I don't know, like she's just crazy and shit. So like I always told her, like she was the one in the beginning, like pressing relationship, like I want this, I want that, like I want you in my life and shit like that. Let's get it going, like claim me, like let's be official type shit, you know what I'm saying? But when we first started, like at work, she didn't want nobody to know and shit like that we talked to each other and shit like that, you know, so it was keeping low key and shit, but it's like everybody knew from the jump type shit, you know. But so like I said, I still wasn't like reckless and unruly out here and shit like that. But you know, still chicks at the job and shit, you know, see young nigga on the forklift, you know what I'm saying, thinking this and that, you know, and shit. Some bitches want me and shit, but you know. And it's this one little shorty I started talking to and shit like that. Like I don't know, she just wanted to fuck me for some reason or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I got her number and shit, you know, and then one day she told me to come to a hotel and shit, I fucked and shit, and I wound up fucking and shit, and this chick right here, this chick was crazy, G, she was from the Lou, like, shorty was crazy as hell, bro, like, I wish I never did this shit, cause like, shorty was so fucking crazy, like, it was like, she would always like, not really threaten me, but get on bullshit, and like as if she wanted to tell and shit. And we all working in the same job and shit. My shorty here and shit like that.
Damn,
like
boy,
at this point,
close, boy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, playing with fire and shit, you know. But at this point, like we still wasn't in an official relationship, but I'm saying like I still fuck with her heavy, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. We got deep feelings for each other and shit like that, you know. So like I said, shorty was tripping, G, like. Well, like I had to like try to keep her happy type shit, so she wouldn't get on no bullshit for real, for real. It was like shit was so annoying. So yeah, like I said, I like try to keep her happy and shit, cause she always saying like she wanted to tell type shit, but she always said I wouldn't tell, but like she was just crazy, always giving me this little crazy little mean mug and shit, like Shorty ain't got time for that, like you knew what he was, you know what I'm saying, you know I fucked with Shorty in the beginning, so like why was you doing all this extra shit, like don't come to me like you want me to spend all this time with you and shit like that, like none of that shit finna happen, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, like that shit dead, you know what I'm saying, period. You feel me? So shit, like time kept going by and shit like that, and one day me and Shorty was at the crib. And like I said in the beginning, she asked yeah, me and my shorty, you know what I'm saying? We was at the crib and shit. And like I said in the beginning, like she would ask me to use my phone. Like if her phone got turned off, she asked me to use my phone to call and cut her phone on. But I'm thinking in my head the whole time, like, gee, you can use your own phone to call your own phone company for the free if your shit off regardless to get your shit turned back on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't crazy, G. I already know what you on. And shit, so she did it this day, and she got up out the bed and went in the bathroom. I'm like, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, you going in the bathroom, my phone and shit like that. Like, what is you on? You tripping and shit, you know? And she go in there and she go through my messages and shit like that. And the only reason why she knew the shorty was the shorty from the job and shit is because she had just got a new position. I mean, shorty was talking about that and shit. And then she got to scrolling through the messages and shorty was like, I want some dick, you know what I'm saying? But it was nothing that said I fucked her. She just said I want some dick and shit like that, you know? And shit, she came out there and tripping and shit like that. I'm like, man, whatever, G, like shit crazy. She was pissed off and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was probably later that night or the next day or whatever. Like, I'm like, fuck, G, I fuck with shorty. You don't want to lose her type shit. So shit, I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and tell her and shit. So shit, I called her, we got in the car, we was talking and shit. And I was like, I told her I fucked the girl, and I was like, I fucked 2 other girls when I first got down here and shit like that. And like she was asking me like details and all shit like this. Like I'm like, do you really want to know this shit? She like, yeah, shit. So I told her and shit. She was heard about the situation or whatever, and shit. And shit, she still decided to fuck with me after that and shit. Like I already told her, like, I know it's not gonna be easy to trust me. I'm not asking you to trust me today, the next week, or even a month later. But as a man, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Before you can gain my trust back. So after that, you know what I'm saying? I like got rid of all the shit. Like, I gave her the password to my phone and shit. Like I said, I was already started being over there on the weekends and shit like that. I was there all the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to make this shit work and do the shit the right way. And I didn't want to hurt her like that again. And
is that
shit.
where the promise came in at?
Basically, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So that's what you talk about with the promise ring situation. Because you try to make it seem like that you just, like, you fucked up and now it's automatic. Like, you want to marry me?
Nah. See, that right there, like, that's some whole other shit there. Like, that right there happened way later type shit. Like, his shit right here happened, like, back in, like, March type shit. And, like March, I thought I fucked shorty, like, a while ago. And so this shit happened back in, like, March or the beginning of April. Something like that, you know, or whatever. But, yeah, so, like, we were still talking or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We still working the same job and shit like that. Then April came around and shit, and, well, I guess I can tell the whole story about the lights and shit like that. So let me, since this...
That bill high as a motherfucker, too, boy.
Yeah.
$1,400?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, females, they just don't like to listen to a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, as women, I feel like you should listen to your man about certain shit, you feel me? Especially if it's a nigga who been down for you since day one, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always had her back, you know what I'm saying? For little shit, like, you need gas money, you need food, you know what I'm saying? Kids need medicine and shit like that. I mean, one time I pulled up on, her motherfucking battery stopped and Charlie car stopped and shit. And I was actually, that night, this other girl that I was talking to at the job, I was actually, like, en route about to go to her crib. She's begging me to come over there and shit like this. So she really wanted me to fuck with me bad and shit like that. But like,
well, you a Mac, boy. You got all the girls on the job. I'm crazy. Like, you drop the fuck up like, I'm turning
yeah, so shit, she called me, she like, I need you and shit like that. Her and her friend stuck in Charlie and shit. And I'm literally about to pull up at Shorty crib. I'm like, fuck, but like I said, I fuck with Shorty. And this Shorty want me to stop fucking with Shorty. Yeah. So shit, I was like, all right, shit. Told Shorty like I couldn't stay there and shit. I pulled up, told her I couldn't stay and shit. And pulled up on her and Charlie, helped her. Pushed the car on the line and shit like that. Took her to get her kids, dropped her friend off and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of shit. Like whatever she needed, I had. You know what I'm saying? I was always there for her, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But after she got her taxes and shit, like, you know, niggas, we don't really get, we don't get taxes. I don't remember last time I got a motherfucking tax and shit. I be owing and shit like that. Like that shit, I made a motherfucking sense. Yeah. So, yeah, she got her tax and shit. Like I told her, like, not to get this high ass car, you feel me? Like you can get I got a 2017 and shit. I'm like, you can get a lease year car and shit, and still can have more features than this Impala, but you got a lower note, you know what I'm saying, where you can less stress and you build your credit and shit like that. Yeah, you'll be good. Cause I'm like, shorty, like I've done this. Like when I got my first car when I was like 19, like that's gonna be the biggest burden. You know what I'm saying? Then it fuck up your credit and just fuck up a whole lot of shit from there. So I'm like, shit, like don't do it. But she don't want to listen. She got her taxes, put that big ass down payment on the damn car and shit like that. And with the other money, I honestly don't know what the fuck she did with it, you feel me? But I know she paid up a car insurance like that. But like a little bit after that, like we was just chilling and shit in a room, and she came in and she's like, yeah, you gonna help start cleaning up around here. I'm like, okay, cool. Then she was like, you gonna start paying bills and shit. I'm like, okay, hold on, like pause, reverse. Like, first of all, like you're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause first of all, I'm already helping you, like, with whatever you need. If it's big shit, little shit, like, whatever you need. And back when I was working at Menasha, I wasn't making as much money as I make now.
Indeed,
so, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and I was still, like, doing other shit, like helping my mom, sometimes giving her some money, because I'm still at her house, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my little brother, I'm sending him money. Sometimes my sister need money. Then I got a fucking truck, so I'm driving back and forth to Pontoon in Belleville every damn day. I'm literally spending about like $150, $200, like gas and shit. Then on food, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole lot of shit. So I never had a whole lot of money to just like here go all this on the bill type shit, like I was able to do now type shit with my new job, whatever. And shit, so like I'm like, I'm already helping you with whatever you need. So if you ever need something, just ask. Don't sit there and tell me what I'm gonna do. You feel me? And we got into it about that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, but like I always thought Shorty had it going on. You feel me? Because like she said when she got a tax last year or every year she'll pay up her rent, pay up her bills. She good. You feel me? So and she never spoke about the bills for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like she would tell me I should assume that she need help. I'm like, you never spoke about the bills, Shorty. So I don't know. I don't know what you don't tell me. Like I don't know. You feel me? So, like one day we was just laying in the crib and shit, and the fucking lights go off. Like we was asleep, so I didn't even know, like, and it was like earlier in the day and shit like that. And then her brother came in the room, and I guess he told her the lights was off and shit like that. And I guess she already knew what's up, so she got up and they went go talking in the back and shit like that. And she told me the lights had just went off because there was some people working on the street that day and shit, you know. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I guess they're going to be back on later tonight type shit or whatever, or pretty soon. And the night came, they still off. Then next few days, they were still off and shit like that. So I'm like, I already know what's going on, but I don't understand, like, why you steady lying and shit like that. Like, just keep it 100, and maybe I can help you out and figure out the situation and shit. So, like, she wound up finally telling me, like, they off because I couldn't pay the bill and shit. And she told me, like, how much the bill was. But you steady lying and shit, like, about how much the bill was. I think the first time she told me it was, like, 3 something or 5 something and shit like that. So I'm like, okay. So, like I said, like, we both working still and shit like that. And it's still other shit we had to take care of and shit. So, when I got my first check at my new job, which was, like a little bit after, it was, like, in the beginning of May type shit. We had got into it about some other bullshit. But and she was mad and shit. I'm like, this shit is stupid. Like, what is you mad for? I'm like, I just got my first check. I'm like, it's more than what I expected to be. I'm like, let's go pay this bill and shit like that. Like, let's get it taken care of and get your kids back to the crib and shit like that. Because, like I said, it was cold as fuck and shit. Like, still, was like, it's happening, like, mid-April type shit. So it was still cold as fuck and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we both put in, I had to get a little generator, but it was little and shit, you know, generator's expensive as fuck and shit like that. So we just got a little one and shit. That was about $90 or something like that. Just for a little heater in a kid's room or something like that, you know what I'm saying? To keep them semi-cold type shit or whatever. So we in this motherfucker for like a month and a half. Some nights we'll go to a hotel if we got the money type shit, you know. But like shit, I mean, I didn't have to fucking beat her, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we wanted to be together. I didn't have to fucking beat her, you know what I'm saying? She said she didn't ask, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we still wanted to be together. I didn't have to beat her, you feel me? But I was there and shit like that. So it got to the point, like, I'm like, gee, what the fuck is going on? Then her brother was living there at the time, too. But when the lights went off, he got up and left and shit. Like, got his taxes and shit. Didn't give her no money, help her and shit like that. I'm like, damn, that shit crazy, you feel me? So like I said, like, shit, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this shit crazy. So one day I took it upon myself. I seen the bill, and I called Amber myself. And he told me how much it was. I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, why is shorty lying like this? You feel me?
So what was the exact...
it was like, the exact estimate, it was about $1,400 and shit like that. Yeah, so this was like in May.
What was she doing with the money?
Bro, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. Like, I know first she was paying babysitters and shit like that, but I don't know what she was doing with all the shit. Like, you know, I just don't know. So, like I said, she was like $1,400. I'm like, damn, G, like, it's crazy. That's a lot of fucking money. Like, especially if you trying to come up like that quick and shit. So I'm like, damn. But you know, niggas, you know what I'm saying, being out here in East St. Louis from civil to poverty, like, you understand, you learn how to survive, you know what I'm saying, how to finesse shit, get shit going, use your resources and shit like that. So one day I was in the car with my mama and my auntie and my cousin, and they just happened to be talking about electric bills, like they had in their name and shit, and like, I guess it's the little program called La Heap, and like, I guess they'll pay her shit off and shit like that. So I told her about that. And I told her to call them and shit like that, but shit, it wound up being too late. They had already had all the appointments to like October or some shit. So I'm like, damn, that's out the way. But I was always looking for a little resources to try to get the shit turned back on. Like, I'm like, this shit got to come back on and shit like that. So I said, I had talked to my mom about the situation, and I guess she remembered one of my uncle's baby mamas and shit like that, and she used to help my auntie like all the time in a lot of situations and shit. So she gave me her number, and she called her and shit, and I called her and shit. And what it was, like, that bill, like, I couldn't, like, physically pay for it myself. Because, like, it's just fucking $1,400, you feel me? So, but I found a way to finesse, you know what I'm saying? And I cleared the account. Like, I called and paid the balance in full, you feel me? And I cleared the account. And, like I said, this was Memorial Day weekend and shit, you know what I'm saying? My birthday was the day after Memorial Day this year and shit.
I think it's time to let it go, just to let it go. I know you feel some type of way, I can see it in your face. We've been down this road before, I know we both ain't trying to go. I think it's time to let it go, just to let it go. I know She say she don't want no more. I know I see it in your face. All this stress, it need to go. You say love don't live no more. We got babies need to grow. And these bills still gon' get paid. We get money either way. Fuck what people gotta say. I ain't